Tinja is practicing her gymnastic stretches, an exercise forced on her life by her mother, a former figure skater, when suddenly her mom approaches her from behind like a creep and starts to tickle her. It turns out she was shooting a video for her blog that centers on the lifestyle of an average Finnish family.
Heippa!
But it's still creepy though. As she continues to shoot the video involving the rest of the family, a crow can be heard in the background. When her mom is done shooting the video, they hear a loud thud by the window side.
Hey!
Yeah, it just keeps getting creepier. Tinja goes over to check and sees a feather stuck to the window, so she opens it. Anyways, a crow immediately helps itself into the house and starts wrecking things. The family tries to catch it, but fails. Imagine one small bird causing so much trouble against 4 humans. Tinja, however, does a smart move this time and is able to catch the bird that obviously deserves to be punished for making such a mess. But no, Tinja wants to take it outside, so her mother does what any angry mother would do: snap. She asks Tinja to take it to organic waste. And Tinja does so, but after Tinja leaves the scene, the creepy bird jerks. After Tinja meets Rita, her new neighbor who had just moved in, Rita's playing with her dog Rusa, and Tinja asks to pet it.
Saaks sitä silittää?
Not the very best decision she made though, as the dog bites her. Rita immediately apologizes, so Tinja doesn't take it to heart. That night, Tinja joins her mom in singing this slow song about Allie's child for her little brother Matthias. Her mom then takes the opportunity to rush out of the room. A while later, Tinja joins her in her room, informing her that Matthias is asleep now. They both watch the opening of the video her mom's been making.
Tää on ihana arkiblogi.
Then Tinja asks for permission to meet Rita tomorrow. Her mom refuses because Tinja is actually her puppet through which she wants to achieve her dreams. Okay, maybe not a puppet, but her mom is really controlling. Later, Tinja's fast asleep when she starts to hear a crow screeching. But instead of going back to sleep, she steps out to investigate. Well done, Velma. The crow is no longer in the waste bin, but deep in the woods, where Tinja finds it hurt. She tries to help, but gets frustrated at the poor little thing, so she takes a stone and puts it out of its misery. But then she notices a different egg in the nest beside the crow. She picks it up, of course, and the next thing, she's keeping it under her teddy for warmth. The next day, after flopping her landing during practice, the other girls ask Tinja to join them, but she lies, saying she wants to go for a run when she's obviously scared of what her mother would do. Later, she returns home to see her mom making out with the handyman Taro. That afternoon, her mom gives her a new outfit for the upcoming gymnastics competition, which she believes Tinja must win.
Joskus kato aikuisilla on sellaisia.
But Tinja is still angry about Taro, so her mom lies to her that they're just friends and asks to keep this a secret between them girls. Days pass and Tinja notices that the egg is growing in size, but she's Tinja, the girl with the not-so-bright ideas. She places it back into her teddy as if nothing happened. During another one of her practice classes, she meets Rita, who seems to be a way better gymnast than her. And of course, her mom doesn't fail to point out that bit of information. After practice, she makes Tinja repeat the trick so many times regardless of her sore palms, until she finally sticks the landing. One night, Tinja's mom confesses to her about having fallen in love with Taro, which disgusts Tinja. But as always, she's deceived by her mother into keeping quiet about it. Oh yeah, remember the egg? It's still getting bigger. Tinja is sad that her mom is cheating on her dad. She's busy crying when suddenly her teardrops cause the egg to start hatching, and we're all expecting to see a bird. But when a creepy looking hand pops out of it, Tinja hides inside her closet. The thing, whatever it is, starts to make noise, which Tinja's dad hears and calls to her. But obviously, why would she want to answer when she's busy hiding? After the creature jumps out through the window, her dad comes in to check after hearing the sound, but Tinja tells him a big bird came in. The next night, the creature returns. Boy, I never thought I'd see a creature uglier than Dobby. Anyway, it's asking for help with a glass shard that pierced through its arm, and Tinja helps. The two immediately become friends. She even gives the creature a bath and offers it the space under her bed to sleep. The next day, Tinja gets infuriated by Rusa's continuous barking, so she dreams of jumping out of the window and going over to Rita's house. Later, she wakes to find the creature beside her with a gift: the dog's decapitated corpse. This makes her sick and causes her to vomit, and just like baby Birdsey, the creature feasts on the vomit. Tinja quickly buries what's left of the dog, but little did she know that Matthias was watching her.
Et vissi ole päästänyt Matiasta yöllä vessaan.
It's a new day, and Tinja is shopping for bird seeds after school when she meets Rita. They then walk home together. On reaching the neighborhood, Rita hands Tinja a missing Rusa flyer to help her distribute. Sweetie, she knows what happened to your Rusa. Back at the house, Matthias gets jealous that his mom got Tinja a gift and not him. He sees the poster and rushes out to retrieve the buried dog. He reports Tinja, but his parents don't believe him. So he pushes Tinja to the ground and goes to her room to find more things to implicate his sister. It turns out that somehow Tinja and the creature are connected. What she feels, the bird feels. This leads to Matthias almost getting attacked. They weren't lying when they said monsters live under our beds. Tinja is brought back to her senses with a slap, and so Matthias only ends up getting creeped out.
Sä et saa tehdä noin. Ymmärsit?
Tinja rushes back to her room to reprimand the creature and almost gets caught by her mom. However, her mom only finds the outfit she had bought Tinja torn to pieces, and we know who the culprit is, but Tinja apologizes. After her mom leaves, she feeds the creature some bird seeds, then names it Allie from the song her mother sings to Matthias. That night, Allie, who's now looking more human-like, is in a dress and creeping around the house. She goes to Tinja's mom's room and disappears after touching her. Tinja's mom wakes up to find icky goo on her hand and thigh. She also finds a feather and realizes something must have entered the house, so she grabs a knife to go monster hunting. On the other hand, Matthias is out in the hallway when he sees what he thinks is his sister crawling past. He rushes to his mom and almost ends up as her target, but it's a good thing she swung high. Matthias tells her that Tinja is a monster, but she calms him down, saying it's just a dream. The following morning, Tinja grooms Allie and tells her she's beautiful. Is this girl mad or something?
Kiitti.
Later at practice, Tinja's mom again doesn't fail to point out to Tinja that she's a failure compared to Rita. This gets Tinja mad, but she's only infuriated inside. After practice is over, Tinja's mom offers Rita a ride home since they're going the same way, but Rita politely refuses, saying she will walk. Big mistake. As Tinja is in the car with her mom, her anger is expressed through Allie, who attacks Rita on the lonely road. While this is happening, Tinja starts to jerk like she's possessed by some evil witch. We also realize that Allie is a manifestation of Tinja's repressed emotions.
Voitat ne kisat.
Her mom manages to calm her down and tells her they'll spend a weekend at Taro's just to unwind. Tinja returns home and Allie is nowhere to be found. Well, except for the broken beak that's lying in her closet. The next morning, Tinja realizes that her dad is aware of Taro, but she doesn't know what to make of it. Is her dad stupid or what for accepting just like that? Anyway, fast forward to Taro's house. The girls have arrived in matching outfits, which Taro finds cute.
Tervetuloa nyt ja.
Tinja also gets to meet Taro's baby, Helmi, but it's not what you think. The baby actually belongs to Taro's wife who had died during childbirth. That night, Tinja is unable to sleep with the baby crying, but she's soon relaxed when she sees Allie at the window, now looking more like an evil hag. The following day at the table, Tinja starts to eat and makes a mess, so she quickly apologizes to Taro.
Anna olla vaan.
However, Taro doesn't mind the little imperfections. Unlike someone, he tells Tinja to feel at home and not take things too seriously. Later, Tinja goes to see Rita at the hospital, but she's shocked at the state she finds Rita in. Apparently, Allie had scratched her face and cut off Rita's left hand from the wrist. But that's basically what Tinja wanted since she hated Rita so much. At least now, she's gotten rid of her competition. Rita wakes up and grabs Tinja by the arms, refusing to let go as she's continuously screaming. After managing to pull herself free, Tinja rushes back home to confront Allie.
Miksi sä teit sen?
She's furious, but instead of hitting Allie, she hits herself. But it also affects Allie too. Allie then calms her down with a hug while Tinja cries herself to sleep. It's finally the day of the competition and Tinja wakes up to see that Allie is actually her. Or more like Tinja's evil subconscious that manifested in Allie, making her look exactly like Tinja.
Sulla on ne kisatkin tulossa.
Kiitos.
Later that day, Tinja is having fun showing Taro some of her skills, but she struggles to get the aerial cartwheel right to prove to Taro that she's the best. Taro, on the other hand, doesn't care about being the best. He tries to show her how to have fun and not always try to impress her mom. While she's talking, they hear a scream coming from inside the house. Tinja knows it's Allie, so she tells Taro she's going to change and rushes off. That doesn't stop Taro from going to check though. Tinja is busy barfing up birdseed for Allie when Taro walks up to her door. Worried about her, he calls to her and opens the door, but Tinja, who had tried to keep him off, is caught behind the door. Taro, mistaking Allie for Tinja, asks if she's okay, and Allie tries to attack him, but Tinja shuts the door. Only Taro's hands were caught between the door. He yells for Tinja to open the door, but she only does so when she has gotten Allie out of the way. After that, she goes to apologize to Taro and tells him she'll leave his house immediately. But Taro forgives her and says he'll talk to her mom about it. Tinja then pleads with him not to tell her mom, so he covers up saying he got wounded at the workshop. Before leaving for the competition, Tinja practices her poses with her mom.
Se on vaan keskittymisestä kiinni.
But while practicing, her mom's attention is stolen by Helmi, who starts crying. Tinja's jealousy then topples over and she realizes that Allie is watching. She tries to convince her mom to get Taro and Helmi to come along, but her mom refuses and pushes her to her car. As they drive off, Tinja worries about what Allie will do in her absence. During the competition, while Tinja's mom is recording the event for her blog,
Sä oot viimeinen, niin putsaat sit vaan pöydän.
Tinja's about to perform when she starts seeing Allie approaching Helmi with an axe in her left hand, looking a bit more like the Grim Reaper from the shadows. Sadly, in order to save Helmi, Tinja risks her performance by intentionally falling and landing on her left arm, causing Allie to drop the axe and scream. Taro rushes in just in time and is petrified at the face of Tinja, who had just tried to get rid of Helmi.
Onko se ranne?
Tinja and her mom return from the competition to meet an infuriated Taro. He tells Tinja's mom that Tinja almost tried to harm Helmi, but there's a bit of confusion with Tinja's mom. I mean, she was with Tinja, so what's he talking about? Taro then asks them to get out of his house and never come back. That night, as Tinja and her mom prepare to leave, her mom bangs her head several times on the steering wheel out of frustration. I see where Tinja got it from now. The drive home is a quiet and shameful one, but Matthias and their dad are happy to have them home regardless. Let's not ignore the fact that their dad ignores the bloody nose and still kisses their mom.
Kiva, kun tulit kotiin.
In Tinja's room, Tinja finally puts her foot down and doesn't let Allie back in. She goes to apologize to her mother and finds her making a recording to update her blog while she abruptly cuts off recording during Tinja's performance. Tinja promises to be better, but her mother tells her that she smells. Meanwhile, Tinja's dad mistakes Allie, who's sulking behind a shrub, for Tinja and brings her back inside. While Tinja is scrubbing herself of the stench her mother claims she has,
Mitä sä siellä teet?
her mom goes to her room to get her, but she meets Allie. And of course, thinking it's Tinja, she takes her to her room for a mother-daughter reconciliation via grooming. While her mom is brushing Allie's tangled hair, she pulls out a patch of hair, which hurts Allie and causes her to attack Tinja's mom. Tinja peeps in and sees that Allie might kill her mom, so she intervenes and tells Allie to go away and that nobody wants her. This causes Allie to revert back into her monster face as she cries. She then leaves through the door. Now it's all clear to her mom. Something demonic's been happening right under her nose. Tinja tells her mom that Allie is behind everything and pleads with her mom to help her get rid of Allie. Her mom then hugs her and comforts her. This time, both mother and daughter go monster hunting. Matthias and their dad see them and confront them about what's going on, so their mom tells their dad that there's something else in the house who looks like Tinja but isn't.
Se ei ollut unta.
She asks them to go to the room and remain quiet while she and Tinja handle it. Both women split up to find Allie, with Tinja's mom entering Tinja's room. After searching everywhere, she perceived Allie could be hiding and let her guard down. But rule number 1 in monster hunting is to always be alert. Allie hops out of the closet and attacks Tinja's mom, causing her to drop her weapon. Now, this is not gonna end well. Tinja's mom tries to reach for the knife, but Allie is hell-bent on possibly eliminating her. Luckily, she's able to reach for the knife and stabs Allie in the leg. But that's when Tinja barges in and yells no. She's obviously feeling the pain as well, but at this point, I think it's safe to declare that Tinja is an idiot. Does she want Allie gone or not? She tells her mom not to hurt Allie since she hatched her. However, her mom is more concerned with the assignment at hand and tells Tinja that it'll be okay. She lifts her hand to stab Allie, but Tinja stands in the way and gets stabbed in the heart. And that was most definitely not part of the plan. Her mom is distraught as she watches her daughter fall to her demise. Meanwhile, Allie catches Tinja's body, and there's a brief exchange of blood before Tinja is finally tossed to the ground. Matthias and his dad rush in with terror on their faces that Tinja is gone. But just then, Allie's wound heals, and her pupils turn black. She gets back up and manages to croak out the word mother. And this is the end. This was a recap of the 2022 movie Hatching by Ilja Rautsi, starring Siri Sololina, Sofia Haikala, Janni Volainen, Reino Norden, and Seja Lentonen. So what do you think of Tinja's relationship with her mom? And if you were in Tinja's shoes, would you take the knife for Allie? Let us know in the comments below with #CinemaRecap. Until next time.